Hey all, it's finally Saturday and I've got out a little further from the city because life in a box just is the opposite of what I am and it slowly eats at me. But look at this place. Really, really cool. Yeah, I'm up here. Down below there is a stream. Sorry about the wind, it's quite windy and I don't have any fancy sound solution. Anyway, besides trying to take some pictures, I took off my neck strap because I've got these clips from Ali. They look identical to the Peking design ones. Also, I've got already my backpack clip for the camera and I will be testing it out whether I like it or not. And I chose this one for a fraction of the price just because it has a really big gap right here. It also has a really sturdy notch, and overall I think it will do exactly the same thing, just this mount, which is sort of triangle-ish, could be disadvantage to someone. And the release is up top, so I will not unlock my camera from a side on accident. And if you're looking for something like this and you are not sure whether you would use it or not, go for the cheap stuff. It's metal, sturdy, and it can accommodate really thick material. I was able to screw it right here, which is really thick. So I already have some ideas about this setup. I mean, not a wristband, which is just a wristband. There's nothing to talk about, but I mean this thing. Well, if you are interested in buying this or any other clip that does the same, there are a few things you should consider. This will be a super in-depth review, like 20 seconds. You need to consider the width that it can accommodate, yeah, because there are a few that have really tiny gap in between, so you might fit only this kind of material inside. And this one, as you can see, I screwed it through all of this stuff. Yeah, it's thick, it's really thick. It has, well, more than 1 centimeter gap. Another thing, you should really look for a strong pin, because the only thing that holds your camera in place is this pin or any other pin. And also you should be wary of the unlocking mechanism. If it's on the side and if the pin is weak, so there are chances you will drop your expensive equipment and it will be over and you will cry and so on and so on. Now, what else? This camera is really not heavy, but the lens is metal, so it is front heavy. Also the flash adds the weight to the front, and it sort of tries to bury into my very manly underbob. Yeah, and it, when you walk, swivels from side to side. And I know it shouldn't fall off, yeah, but it gives a feeling of sketchiness. Overall, regardless of what you buy, this or whatever, the duckling design or whatnot, it does the same, and it's definitely not for everyone, especially if your equipment is way bigger and way heavier. Just so you know, I'm filming on this DJI Osmo Pocket, the first one, and I don't have any external audio solution, so it picks up everything. And if I take it further away, it doesn't really pick up on my voice. Yeah, and also I need to figure out how to make everything, if I want to keep filming these kind of videos, how to make everything as convenient as possible, because thinking about filming, taking it all out and back and forth, it really takes away from my own experience and the photography actually. So I don't know, I think I need to figure out loads of stuff. But there's a creek and it's pretty. Oh, and I almost forgot. There are still people around, so I might go into the forest to feed some mosquitoes. Maybe there will be no people. As you can see, I don't really like people. Anyway, I would really like to find some sort of more interesting, uncommon bug, beetle, spider, whatever, that I do not see often in my usual spots. That I would really like. So, I think I asked too much, because that oak trail I spoke before was also full of people. So I took one photo and my flash was set to TTL and it went badly underexposed. I don't know if I will be able to bring out anything from that, but I also had to come back to my old place, which I call my forest, looking for serene spot and a calm hour or two. So let's take a look. Well, this is much better already, and there are still a few people, but at least they are picking mushrooms. As you can see, there are 1, 2 and more chanterelles, or whatever you call them, and people bring buckets of them home. This year is especially loaded with mushrooms. Maybe I should start picking them up too. I mean, I do sometimes, but maybe even today. I will stay here for a tiny bit, just to soak in the calmness of it that I finally found, which is super nice. This is a fallen tree that I like to come and visit when I'm here, because I usually find something to photograph, and now I took a picture of a spider. Take a look around me. I will slowly try to pan this thing. Oh, it's calm. Isn't it nice? And just sitting here and soaking in the forest. Yes. Now, last few words about the clip. I can see it working for some people. Myself, I'm not sure, because it's dangly and so on. And maybe I could get around the feeling of sketchiness. But, you know, there's no excitement like, yeah, that's the thing I will use. Yeah, it might work, but I have another idea that I might try next time. One thing I failed to mention, that my neck is actually really happy, of course, and that's a plus of this thing. A nice patch of heathers, or whatever you call them. Maybe I should take a photo. Well, I finally found Araneus, but it's up there. I don't know how to photograph this. It's just way above my head. And I don't think I can even focus right on this, even with the phone. I came out through the other end of the forest to show you the river that we have here. Also, I had a bit too much of mosquito love. Those ladies, damn. Yeah. Anyway, that's the river. I'm sure I can find something to photograph here around me. And on my left there is a meadow. Not a big one, but still should be full of bugs, the usual ones. I will take a peek there. Open, big and calm place. Yep. By the way, I took a picture, a few actually, of a really small spider. There are a lot of them and not very interesting, but still I think they are small wolf spiders, and this time of summer they carry eggs. So I wanted to take a picture of one, and I did it. I hope at least one of those will be in focus. Right now I'm sitting here in the shade and trying to take pictures of these hoverflies, paper wasps. It's not hot, it's shade, smells nice. What else could you ask for? was hoping for some dragonflies or damselflies. So I came close to the river, but so far I don't see that many. Water is kinda murky. It's been raining. We had few cold nights. Little fishes in there. I think if I will sit here patiently for a bit, something should come up. And that something special is a wasp spider. It's an orb weaver as well. I'm trying to focus. They are not common in this country. Kind of invasive. But let's take a picture. I was asking for something else, and I got something else. Thanks. Just found something amazing in this grass. A mama spider, which the species I don't know yet, guarding her newly hatched babies. Tiny, tiny babies. I managed to take a photo of her. She is very thin, exhausted. And I think I've got the picture of a ball of babies moving around. But I went back for this camera and now I cannot find it anymore. Maybe it's a good thing. And another wasp spider. Don't know if you can see it. Man, this place is nice. So calm and peaceful. But I think it's time to get back. I got what I wanted, something a little bit special. Want some apples maybe? These are semi-wild and sweet. I just ate one. What's the nicest thing about all this? The nicest thing is that I feel alive again. Yeah, I got out of the box. And that's, in my opinion, is way more important than gear or even photos. So, going back to my car. According to my phone, I did today 9 kilometers on foot. It might not show in the video, but it's neither too much nor too little. I feel nicely tired. Also, my mind is nicely clean. And that's by far the most important thing. So, you can see my reflection. But once again, take your gear for a walk. No excuses. Go now.